Please remain standing while the colors are retired.
Shoulder. Earth. Order. Arms. Ready? Cut. Port. Arms. Right. Face. Forward. March.
It's wrong that I've worked for all my life. Have to start again with just my children and my wife. And my lucky stars to be living paradise. Cause the flag still stands for free, and they can't take that away. I'm proud to be American, wearing these times I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, gave that right to me, and I sadly stand up to you and defend her still today. Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, the longleaf pine in North Carolina. I see Detroit down from New York to LA. With a God in every American heart, it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I'll forget the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up like a defender so today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Where at least I know I'm free. Yes, the man who died. Today, there is this land.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chair has an important announcement to make so that we may proceed in an orderly manner under our current time constraints. as described in our rules and the order of business, to enable the chair to be certain that any motion offered has met the necessary requirements of our rules, the chair would like to put the delegates on notice that the chair, through the secretary of the convention, must be provided in advance with satisfactory written evidence of support of the majority of delegates from each of the necessary number of states required by our rules. This written confirmation is consistent with our modern practice and precedent during previous conventions with similar announcements, as well as the use of written certificates from the presentation of the names of our candidates for nomination. Also, the chair would like to remind all delegates that the rules require that the notification of evidence of written support necessary to present a name of a candidate in the nomination of the office of President and Vice President of the United States must be submitted to the Secretary of the Convention prior to the placing of the names of candidates for nomination. I also wish to remind our guests and alternates that participation in convention business is limited to the delegates on the floor. In particular, it is important that guests and alternates in the gallery remain silent during voice votes to ensure that the chair can hear the accurate results. In other words, if you are not on the floor, you are not speaking during votes. The chair now recognizes the Secretary of the Republican National Convention, Vicki Drummond from Alabama, for the purpose of reading all conventions. Please give her a warm welcome.
Pretty like they had a brighter color.
Yes. Thank you, Chairman Watt. To the Republican voters of the United States of America, in accordance with the rules of the Republican Party adopted by the 2020 Republican National Convention on August 24, 2020, in Charlotte, North Carolina, and as amended by the Republican National Committee on April 14, 2022, in Memphis, Tennessee, the Republican National Committee hereby directs that a National Convention of Delegated Representatives of the Republican Party be convened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, no earlier than 8:00 a.m. and no later than 9:00 p.m. Central Daylight Time on Monday, July 15, 2024, except in the case of an emergency, as set forth herein, and to continue thereafter from day to day for as long as the purpose of nominating candidates for the president and vice president to be voted for at the presidential election on Tuesday, November 5, 2024, and for transaction of other such business as may properly come before it. Said convention membership and the allocation and binding of convention delegates with respect to the nomination of the Republican candidate for President of the United States will be governed by the rules of the Republican Party and set forth therein. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Secretary Drummond. The chair now recognizes the delegate from Illinois for the purpose of making a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Mark Sherrill from Illinois, and I move that further reading of the call be dispensed with, and that the secretary be instructed to incorporate the call at this point in the convention proceedings with the same force and effect as though read in full.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on agreeing to the motion to dispense with the reading of the entire call for the convention and that the call be made part of the permanent record of the convention. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it and the motion is adopted. Without objection, the The motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair states that pursuant to the call in Rule 42 of the Rules of the Republican Party, as adopted by the 2020 Republican National Convention, and as incorporated by the call for this convention, Rules 26 through 42 shall be the temporary rules of the convention. Vicki Drummer, Secretary of the Republican National Committee, has presented to the chair the temporary roll of delegates and alternates to the convention. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the convention to elect its temporary chairman. Pursuant to the authority granted to me by the Republican National Committee, I nominate as the temporary chairman of the convention the Honorable Henry McMaster, Governor of South Carolina, the Honorable Brenna Bird, Attorney General of Iowa, and the Honorable Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, Senate Republican leader. All of those in favor of electing Governor McMaster, Attorney General Byrd, and Leader McConnell as the temporary chairman signify by saying aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair appoints the following individuals to the escort committee for the temporary chairman: Peggy McMaster of South Carolina, Bob Byrd of Iowa, and the Honorable Elaine Chao of Kentucky. The chair has been presented with the names of the temporary officers of the convention as prepared by the Republican National Committee. The chair now recognizes the delegate from Oklahoma for the purposes of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I am Pam Pollard from Oklahoma, and I offer the following resolution for immediate consideration. Resolved that the officers presented and elected as temporary officers of the Republican National Convention. Mr. Chairman, I yield the balance of my time and move to the previous question of the resolution.
Without objection to the previous question, the question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin a very important part of our program. I would like to ask that the aisles be cleared and the delegates please take their seats. Thank you. First, we will take up the report of the Committee on Credentials. And to do so, I am pleased to introduce Joe Bruters, delegate from Florida and chairman of the Committee on Credentials, to present the committee's report. Joining him is Jeannie Luckett, delegate from Mississippi and co-chair of the Committee on Credentials.
Mr. Chairman, it is my privilege at this time to offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the temporary role of delegates and alternate delegates as presented to the convention become the permanent role of the convention, and that the role be considered as read. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I am honored to yield my time to the chairman of the Committee on Credentials, Joe graders.
Let's go Team Florida.
Rather than making reading the name.
Thank you, Madam Co-Chair, Mr. Chairman. It has been my privilege to serve as the chairman of the Committee on Credentials. Alongside my co-chair, Jeannie Lucky, the Republican National Committee's contest and meant to consider contest properly filed with the Secretary of the Republican National Committee. The committee issued recommendations which were submitted to the Republican National Committee on July the 10th, 2024. The Republican National Committee adopted the committees on contest recommendations, which were incorporated into the temporary rule and forwarded to the Convention Committee on Credentials. One appeal was taken before this Committee on Credentials. Following that appeal, the committee voted to seat the delegates of Missouri as originally certified. These changes were incorporated into the temporary rule. On behalf of all of us who have the privilege of serving as members of the Convention Committee on Credentials, it is my honor to certify the delegates and alternates in this convention who will serve to nominate the next president of the United States. Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Congratulations to all of our delegates and alternates. The chair is now proud to introduce Jeff Kent, delegate from Washington and chairman of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business, to present the committee's report. Joining Mr. Kent are the co-chairs of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business, Brian Jack from Georgia, and Julianne Murray, delegate from Delaware, and chairwoman of the Delaware Republican Party.
Mr. Chairman, fellow delegates, I offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the rules as printed and distributed be adopted as the rules for the election and the governing of the Republican National Committee, the rules under which delegates and alternate delegates shall be elected, selected, and allocated, and the rules which serve as the rules of the Republican National Convention. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I am honored to yield my time to my fellow chair, Brian Jack.
I got one in my bag. You want to borrow yours?
No, because I'm about that.
Well, thank you, Co-Chair.
If I give you my bag, can you take some on it?
I'm from Fayette County, Georgia, and I've had the privilege of spending the last 8 years of my life working for the greatest president of our lifetime, President Donald
Great.
J. Trump.
It's great.
It has been my honor to serve as co-chairman of our convention's committee on rules and order of business. Thank you for enabling me, our committee chairman, Jeff Kent, and my fellow co-chair, Julianne Murray, to preside over our committee's work.
It's in the little bag. It's in the suit. It's in the
For your tireless commitment to the rules that govern our Republican Party.
big part.
Each of you were first elected by your Republican Party constituents to serve as delegates to this convention, and then you were elected by your peers to spend an additional week in Milwaukee with us. The rules package you overwhelmingly passed out of committee streamlines the way our party functions It incentivizes greater Republican participation in our primaries, caucuses, and conventions going forward. And it enables us to nominate the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this committee's success, and I'm honored to yield my time to the chairman of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business, Jeff Kent. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Co-Chair. Mr. Chairman and delegates of the convention, the report of the Committee on Rules and Order of Business has been printed and distributed to the delegates. These changes adopted by the Convention Committee on the Rules of Order and Business, and I am honored to have served as the chairman of this committee, and I am proud of the committee's work. Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair now recognizes the delegate from Michigan and the chairman of the Michigan Republican Party, Ambassador Pete Hoekstra, for the purpose of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Pete Hoekstra from Michigan. In 1994, I had the honor of working with Newt Gingrich to develop the Contract with America. Soon, this convention will adopt a platform that will make America great again. Resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the report of the Committee on the Platform be considered as adopted. Mr. Chairman, for purposes of explaining the report only, I am honored to yield to the committee chairman and co-chair, Senator Marsha Blackburn and Congressman Mike Waltz.
We vote no for the platform.
I'm not. You can't.
I now have the honor of recognizing the chairwoman of the Platform Committee, United States Senator from the great state of Tennessee, Marsha Blackburn.
Delegates, I'm Marsha Blackburn from the great state of Tennessee. Last week, I had the honor of chairing the Republican Platform Committee, and I'm here today to report on our work. I would like to thank all the delegates who served on the committee and helped us produce a platform that all Americans
Who's that guy?
can be proud of. It's a different kind of platform. It is not a country.
DeWine, Governor DeWine.
But a succinct
Governor DeWine from
agenda and a promise to the American people. I talked with our next president, Donald J. Trump. And he's personally reviewed, edited, and approved our platform because he knows our platform is important. Every American can read our platform and know what we believe and how we will make America safer, stronger, wealthier, and greater than ever before. This platform is from the values of our founders and great Republicans, from Lincoln and Reagan to Trump, who are committed to freedom, restraint, government, and peace
in Ohio.
The platform contains 20 promises, including securing our border, getting inflation under control, restoring our
energy dominance.
You're hearing J.D. Vance, who's just taken from his house with Secret Service, in Ohio
I don't know.
or here.
Restoring our military strength and keeping boys out of girls' schools. And protecting life for the born and unborn. Our nation is in serious decline, taken there by the Biden-Harris policies that have put government first and the people last. The Democrats have forgotten who they serve. We are here this week to remind them and America that we Republicans serve the people and we will not forget them. That's my outlook. It's dedicated to forgotten men and women of America. And it will unite all Americans. It is us fighting for the people. Our platform reflects from Cincinnati and the timeless values that Republicans for generations. How far is it? So let's unite.
Hour, maybe.
Our platform and our next president.
And that was 37 minutes ago, so.
We all know President Trump will keep his promises as he did in his first term as president and restore American greatness. That is why we must return Donald Trump to the White House. Thank you. And now join me in welcoming the co-chair of the platform committee, the fantastic Congressman from Florida, Michael Waltz.
Hey, thank you, Senator Black.
I haven't seen it.
It was such an honor to serve with you as the co-chair of the platform committee. This platform is historic because it was written with one group of people in mind, the forgotten men and women of America. You. That means something to me. Many of you know, and I'm proud to say, I'm the first Green Beret ever elected to Congress. And I'm also the son of a single mother raised on the wrong side of Jacksonville who worked 3 jobs just to get us by. Me, my family, we're the forgotten men and women of America. And now I stand as a testament to the American dream. And I tell you that under the leadership of the Republican Party,
Mary Frances family.
no American will be forgotten anymore. It's over. On the strong foundation of this platform and with President Trump and the Republicans at the helm at every level of government, we will overcome every threat facing this nation. We will close our disastrously open border. We will defend our justice system. We will restore our economy. We will unleash American energy and flood the world with clean, cheap American oil and gas. Drill, baby, drill. And most of all, we
Jim took a
will
picture of me up in front of the stage.
military and make it strong.
Kelsey Brown just said it was on TV.
This platform, the leadership of President Trump,
And you said your interviews on CNN.
inflation. We're going to send a cruise missile right into the heart of it, and we will bring back the American dream. Only in America can someone like me stand up on the stage like this. The Republican Party believes in the potential of every American, which is why this platform was personally approved
by President Donald J. Trump. So I hope you will join me to support this platform, that we will propel our party and America to victory this November and get Donald J. Trump back in the White House. I thank you. And please join me in welcoming back our awesome RNC chairman, Mike Walker.
Thank you, Congressman Watts. Now to the delegate from Michigan.
Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is made on the table. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce the chair and co-chair of the Committee on Permanent Organization. Please welcome Chairman J.L. Spray, National Committeeman from Nebraska, and co-chair Jessica Milan Patterson, Chairwoman of the California Republican Party. The chair will now recognize co-chair Patterson for the purpose of the resolution.
Look straight ahead. He's taking your picture.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Jessica Milan Patterson, the chairwoman of the California Republican Party, and I offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the report of the Committee on Permanent Organization shall be considered as adopted. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and it is my honor to yield my time to the Chairman of the Committee on Permanent Organization, J.L. Spray from Nebraska.
Hello, Chair. Mr. Chairman, Watley, delegates, and distinguished guests. As the chairman of your Committee on Permanent Organization, I have the distinct honor to present to you the report of the Committee on Permanent Organization. I'd like to begin by thanking the members of the Committee on Permanent Organization, the staff and volunteers. The committee met last week to recommend to the convention slate of permanent officers for the 2024 Republican National Convention. The committee unanimously adopted the slate as its committee report. Delegates, you can find a copy of that list in the order of business placed at your seats. You will see that the committee unanimously recommends that the permanent chairman of the convention will be Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson of Louisiana. The committee further recommends that all other officers, including the temporary chairman and all the temporary officers whose names have been entered into the record of this convention, be made the permanent officers of this convention. Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
It's all scripted.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. At this time, the chair would like to appoint Kelly Johnson from Louisiana to the Escort Committee for the permanent chairman. Thank you. The chair now recognizes the delegate from Louisiana for the purpose of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Gina Gore from Louisiana, and I offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that those elected as the members of the Republican National Committee under the procedures of each state, American Samoa, the District of Columbia, Guam, Puerto Rico, the Northern Mariana Islands, and the Virgin Islands, and whose names have been submitted to the Secretary of the Convention, are hereby declared ratified to serve as members of the Republican National Committee from the adjournment of this Republican National Committee until the successor committee has been ratified by the next Republican National Convention. Mr. Chairman, I wield back balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. The chair now recognizes the delegate from West Virginia for the purpose of offering a resolution.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Josh Holstein from West Virginia, and I offer the following resolution and ask for its immediate consideration. Resolved that the Secretary of the Convention is hereby directed to prepare and publish for the Convention a full and complete report of its official proceedings under the direction of the Republican National Committee, and is authorized to make all necessary clerical, grammatical corrections and to make technical and conforming amendments as necessary in reports, motions, and resolutions considered by the convention to reflect its actions. Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time and move the previous question on the resolution.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the adoption of the resolution. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the resolution is adopted. Without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table. Delegates and alternates, ladies and gentlemen, I now have the distinct honor of introducing the Speaker of the United States House of Representatives and the permanent chairman of the convention, Speaker Mike Johnson of Louisiana.
Mark.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's such an honor to be here. Before we begin, I'd like to remind the delegates of the provisions of the rules, which require that each candidate for nomination for President of the United States demonstrate sufficient support prior to the presentation of the name of the candidate for nomination. The chair wishes to inform the delegates at this time that it has been arranged at time of met with evidence and sufficient support of the candidates who will be presented, the President and Vice President of the United States, in compliance with the rules of the convention. Also, as prescribed under the rules, the total time for nominating speeches and seconding speeches for any candidate for President or Vice President shall not exceed 15 minutes. It has also been the custom at past conventions to permit the chair to recognize non-delegates for the purpose of making nominating speeches and seconding speeches. Without objection, the reading of the roll call of states for presenting the names for candidates for nomination is dispensed with. Non-delegates shall be permitted to make nominating and seconding speeches. At this time, the chair now recognizes the delegate from Iowa, Chairman of the Republican Party of Iowa, Jeff Hoffman, for the purpose of nominating. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good afternoon. I'm Jeff Hoffman. I'm humbled and honored to stand before all of you this afternoon. As you just heard, I come from Iowa, home of the first in the nation caucus, where our party's nomination process began. Our caucuses are part of a lengthy democratic process, which everyday Americans listen to the candidates, consider what they have to say, and then make a profoundly important choice on who should lead the nation that we love. Earlier this year, our Republicans overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump. Then the vast majority of Republicans in primaries and caucuses across the nation seconded Iowa's good judgment in a nominee. Today is the final step before Election Day in this venerable and time-honored process. As we all gather here in Milwaukee, it's important for us to remember that this is a grassroots party. It's a party of the people, not a party of the nation. Donald Trump has earned the trust of the people. He's listened to them, and Donald Trump has kept his word. In the next 4 days, we will hear about the many failures of the Biden-Harris administration. The sustained criticism does not proceed from a lean or narrow partisanship, but from the broad and sincere concern for the well-being and safety of our fellow Americans. It's part of our service to our country. More importantly, we will also hear about Donald Trump's broad and inspiring vision for our country. This is not a program just for Republicans, but one for all Americans. It's a program that acknowledges that our nation has seen better days, and we can and we will blaze a brighter future. We love America. We want to restore her security, her prosperity, and her excellence. I invite all of you to join me in supporting President Donald Trump in this great endeavor. This is an endeavor that's going to make America wealthy again. This is an endeavor to make America safe again. This is an endeavor to make America strong again. Say this because Republicans, this is an endeavor to make America great. So here we go. It is my honor to nominate Donald J. Trump.
The chair now recognizes the delegate from Nevada and the chairman of the Nevada Republican Party, Michael McDonald.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Michael J. McDonald from the state of Nevada. It's been an honor of a lifetime to stand by President Trump's side since 2015. In Nevada, we held the first in the West Caucus, where we blew the Democrats' narrative apart. That you cannot have voter ID, that you cannot have paper ballots, and that you cannot have results of an election on election night. In Nevada, a state that is resilient on its service industry, President Trump has proposed to eliminate taxes on tips on game. Unlike the Biden-Harris administration of Democrats that increased taxes on tips, President Trump has transformed our party to the champion of the working men and women. We fight for what's right, not for what's easy. We're in a battle for the soul of our nation because we want the best future for our family and for our country. President Trump is our fearless leader who withstood the persecution of a weaponized lawfare, and who has survived even harder and stronger to represent and fight for all of us. I ask all Americans to join me in taking back our nation by supporting President Trump as he leads us back to victory once again. It is my honor to second the nomination of Donald J. Trump for the office of the President of the United States of America. God bless you.
Alan Swain, our nominee for Congress in District 2 in North Carolina. We're live on Citizen Media News. What do you think so far of the convention?
Great. Seeing all these true patriots here is amazing. Being here with like-minded people is making all the difference. We're just excited to see the president, future president, and former president Donald Trump, and hear who he's going to pick for VP. This is a great way to be.
Who do you think it'll be?
I've been doing some reading. My guess is J.D. Vance from Ohio.
J.D. Vance from Ohio. What's your social media? How can we find you online?
You can find us at SwainForCongress.com or Swain, the number 4 Congress on Instagram and Twitter.
You got a donate button there?
We've got a big donate button. We're looking for big dollars.
$20 is okay?
We're asking for you to join Team Swain 24 and ask for $24.
Okay, thank you.
We'd like you to give us $24 a month till the election. Swain for Congress.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're an Apache pilot, right?
Yeah.
Did you fly Cobras?
I flew Cobras, learned how to fly. It's a slick aircraft. Then I got upgraded to Apache helicopter.
You learn on T-55s or Hueys?
I learned on 55, Mattel Messerschmitt. And then I was fortunate to station at Fort Bragg, and then also went to command in Europe.
Fort Bragg?
Commanded, yes. It is always going to be Fort Bragg to me. We're going to change it when Trump wins.
Okay. Well, who have you met anybody here that you've been starstruck by?
You, Roger. And Maggie here.
I got you.
Great group, great group.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Speaker Mike Johnson.
We will now proceed with the roll call of the states. As required by Rule 37 of the Convention rules, during the roll call, the states will be called in the order determined by the Secretary of the Convention. During the roll call, the chairs of each respective delegation or their designee will announce the vote of each state. During the roll call of the states, the Secretary will announce each state and that state's number of available votes. Additionally, the chair would like to remind all delegates that the Secretary will record delegates' votes in accordance with their obligations under Rule 16 of the rules of the Republican Party, state law, or state party rules, regardless of the delegation's announcement. The official results from each state are those announced by the Secretary. Lastly, just one reminder, we want to remind all our delegates, our alternates and guests, that maintaining order during the roll call is extremely important. If the convention is not in order, it's difficult for the secretary or presiding officer to hear the vote announcement. Now, without objection, the complete list of votes recorded for president shall be considered as announced. To conduct the roll call of the states, I'm pleased to announce and introduce at this time our distinguished secretary of the convention, Vicki Drummond.
Do you know one? No.
Delegates and alternates, let us commence with the call of the roll of the states. Iowa, 40 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I speak for the delegation from the great state of Iowa, the inspiring home of Caitlin Clark. The Secretary of the great state of Iowa proudly cast all of its 40 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Iowa, 40 votes, President Trump. Nevada, 26 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Nevada proudly cast all of its 26 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Nevada, 26 votes, President Trump. Oklahoma, 43 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm Nathan Dahl, Republican Party Chairman of the great state of Oklahoma, the crossroads of our country, and the first state to have a President Donald J. Trump highway, and the only state to have all 57 counties vote for President Trump 2 elections in a row, with a third time coming up this November. Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Oklahoma, 43 votes, President Trump. West Virginia, 32 delegates.
Madam Chairman, on behalf of the West Virginia delegation, my name is Patrick Marley, and I am very proud to cast all 32 votes for the Mountaineers, where we're always free, and to cast those 32 votes for our former and future president, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, West Virginia, 32 votes, President Donald J. Trump. He has 22 delegates.
Scott.
Madam Secretary, my name is Corey Lewandowski.
Governor was, or you former governor of Wisconsin? Governor of Wisconsin?
2016 victory.
Corey Lewandowski.
Before you today, on behalf of the great state of New Hampshire, the greatest state, the first in the nation primary state, the state that delivered President Trump's first election victory way back in February of 2016. New Hampshire proudly cast all 22 votes for my good friend, the 45th and soon to be 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New Hampshire, 22 votes, President Trump. Nebraska, 36 delegates.
Secretary, my name is Eric Underwood. I'm the chairman. I present the great state of Nebraska. The good life is our motto. Where agriculture, beef and corn is the lifeblood of our economy, where our medical field and university are amongst the top of the nation. But it is our people that embody a Nebraskanizing, modest lifestyle. Now to announce our delegate allocation, our delegation co-chair, John Tucker.
Madam Secretary, the great state of Nebraska proudly cast all of its 36 votes for President Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Nebraska, 36 votes, President Trump. California, California, 169 delegates.
California represents nearly 5.4 million registered Republicans, more than any other state in the nation. From its pristine beaches to its soaring mountains, from expansive deserts to the redwood forest, the Golden State is responsible for securing today's GOP House majority. It will be the state responsible for returning a House majority to Washington this November so that President Trump has a partner in Congress to support his common sense agenda. With the largest delegation in the nation, Madam Secretary, the great state of California proudly cast all of its 169 votes for President Donald Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, California, 169 votes, President Trump. Tennessee, Tennessee, 58 delegates.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. My name is Jack Jones. I have the honor of serving as the Majority Leader in the Tennessee State Senate. On behalf of our delegation chairman, the Honorable Bill Lee, the 50th Governor of the great state of Tennessee, I am happy to report that from the mighty Mississippi, Graceland and Mill Street, to the Grand Ole Opry, to the Great Smoky Mountains, Rocky Top and Dollywood, to Rock City and Lookout Mountain, Bristol Motor Speedway, and all points in between, we proudly cast all 58 of our votes for the next President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Tennessee, 58 votes, President Trump. Washington, 43 delegates.
Wisconsin, Madam Secretary, Washington State, the evergreen state, where the people support law enforcement by allowing them to pursue criminals. When the people support families and children by putting into law a parent's bill of rights. Where the people reform taxes so that families and young people and small businesses can thrive. Washington State passed all of its 43 votes for the next president, the past president, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Washington, 43 votes. President Trump. Alabama. Alabama, 50 delegates.
Madam Chair, I'm proposing Senator Tommy Tuberville and proud military, veteran state country. Huntsville, Alabama has sent somebody to the moon for the United States in the past. We will do it again in the very near future. We stand for the flag and kneel for God. Madam Chair, we proudly cast our 50 delegates for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Alabama, 50 votes. President Trump. Massachusetts, 40 delegates.
Oh, I see. This is state.
Madam Secretary, the great Commonwealth of Massachusetts, home of America Great, proudly cast all of its 40 votes for our next president, Donald J. Trump. So together, we can work to make America great again.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Massachusetts, 40 votes. President Trump. Indiana. $58 delegates.
Jim Vance from the great state of Indiana. In Indiana, we believe in the American dream. We love America and we love Donald J. Trump. As the son of a factory worker born in a trailer park, a veteran of the United States Navy, on behalf of my Season State to cast all 58 votes for the greatest president of my lifetime and my friend Donald Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Indiana, 58 votes. President Trump. Georgia. 59 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm John McCoon, Chairman of the Georgia Republican Party. Georgia, the Empire State of the South. Georgia, the #1 state to do business in the United States of America.
Please turn red.
On November 5th, 16 electoral votes for the once and future President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. And today, we proudly cast all.
How did you put that out?
For President Donald J. Trump.
Is that CNN?
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Georgia.
Fox News is announcing J.D. Vance.
President Trump.
Fox News just put out J.D. Vance. Fox News just put out J.D. Vance as vice president.
Madam Secretary, my name is Mike Lee. I'm a U.S. Senator representing Utah.
Fox News just said J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance, vice president.
We love the Constitution, and we
Oh,
despise
Truth Social went out on Truth Social.
Huh?
It went out on Truth Social.
the Red Rocks to the snow-capped mountains, the greatest snow on earth. We know what heaven on earth looks like. Utah, the 45th state admitted to the Union, today proudly casts all of its 40 delegate votes for President Donald J. Trump and his newly announced running mate, my friend and colleague, J.D. Vance.
Of the delegation of rules and procedures of this convention, Utah, 40 votes, President Trump. Maryland, 37 delegates.
Madam Secretary, my name is David Bossy. Maryland, the old line state, seventh state to enter the Union, known for the amazing Chesapeake Bay and Cape Crab, and the United States Naval Academy. The home of Fort McHenry, the historic that inspired the Star Spangled Banner. In the home of Senator from Maryland, Larry Hogan. Maryland proudly cast our 37 votes for my friend, the 45th and 47th President of the United States, Donald John Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Maryland, 37 votes, President Trump. Texas,
Not only Texas is the economic powerhouse of America, where we back our peace officers, back our oil and gas workers, and back our men and women in uniform. Not only Texas creates more jobs, private jobs, every month that Joe Biden could never dream when he's sleeping at 8 o'clock. Not only we are a state where no Democrat has won a single office since 1992. And the Republican back and the Republican Party of Texas in cast 161 of their delegates. Be fair.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Texas, 161 votes, President Trump. Iowa, 79 delegates.
Madam Secretary, Alex Triantafilou, Chairman of the Ohio Republican Party.
Bernie Moreno, who's going to retire forever, politician Sherrod Brown, and my number one Senate,
Pursuant to the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Iowa, 79 votes, and President Trump.
Ohio!
And Maine, Samoa, 9 delegates.
Therefore, Madam Secretary, Americans will proudly and with all our hearts cast our vote in favor of our next president, Donald J. Trump.
To the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, America Samoa, 9 votes, President Trump.
Second time's a charm.
Wisconsin, 40.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the Wisconsin delegation, we welcome everyone here to this 23rd solemn place we call home. Where 170 years ago, this great party was founded down the road in Ripon, Wisconsin. Madam Secretary, the great state of Wisconsin proudly casts all of its 41 votes for Donald J. Trump.
The announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Wisconsin, 41 votes, President Trump. New York, 91 votes.
Oh, look. Elise?
President Donald J. Trump will always be in New York, and New York will always love President Donald J. Trump. President Donald J. Trump will be the first Republican in a generation who will win New York State. My honor, as representative for New York's 21st Congressional District, House Republican Conference Chair, on behalf of the 91 New York delegates to the Republican National Convention, we proudly cast all 91 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Who was that?
New York.
Elise?
It's fine. Yeah.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New York, 91 votes, President Trump. Florida. Florida, 125 delegates.
Madam Secretary, and everybody.
In the unbelievable state of Florida, we hereby nominate every single one of them for the greatest president that's ever been. Hereby declaring him the Republican nominee for president.
Over the top, you see.
Pursuant to the advance of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Florida, 125 votes, President Trump.
We had our gifts at our DJ staff.
We will now continue with the roll call of the states.
Okay.
Puerto Rico, 23 delegates.
Madam Chairman.
Okay, let's get out now.
State Chairman for the Republican Party of Puerto Rico. The great 51st Republican Union of Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean, brothers and sisters of Florida, Texas, California, Georgia, and all the states. Proudly cast all of our 23 votes for our next President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Puerto Rico, 23 votes, Donald President Trump.
Mississippi.
And Kentucky, 46 delegates.
Your lads. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like that sink in.
What?
Of the delegation and procedures of this convention, Kentucky,
That's right.
46 votes, President Trump. Hawaii, 19 delegates.
Aloha my kakos. We are the delegation from the beautiful state of Hawaii. We carry with us the traditions of the father of the Hawaiian Republican Party, Priest Kukio Kalana Pi'ikoi. And we carry his sentiment when he said, "We are Republicans from the top of our heads to the bottom of our feet." Yes. Madam Secretary, the great state of Hawaii pledges all 19 votes for the future President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Hawaii, 19 votes, President Trump. Kansas, 39 delegates.
I am Mike Brown, Chairman of the Republican Party of Kansas, the heartland of America and the breadbasket of the world. Also the aviation capital of the world and the home state of Bob Dole and Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Aviation capital of the world, Kansas?
Kansas proudly cast all 39 of its votes for the man, Donald J. Trump.
What's Kansas have to do with aviation?
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation in the rules and procedures of this convention, Kansas, 39 votes.
Say North Carolina, New York.
Louisiana, 47 delegates.
Let me ask you over here. I don't remember.
Madam
Thousand
Secretary,
numbers.
I am Eric Scrivetta, Public Service Commissioner for the state of Louisiana and Delegation Chairman. Louisiana, led by my friend, Republican Governor Jeff Kent, home of the Speaker of the House of the United States Government, Mike Johnson.
Yeah.
House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Host of the 2025 Super Bowl for the NFL for the 11th time. The state with the lowest utility rates in the country. And becoming a center for capital investment for the United States. Louisiana, the sportsman's paradise, casts all of its 47 delegate votes for the bold and brave Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Louisiana, 47 votes, President Trump. Delaware, 16 delegates.
Madam Secretary, my name is Julianne Murray, and I am the proud state chairman of the Delaware Republican Party. Delaware is a small and mighty state, but we are the first state. We are so proud of our nominee, and we are going to fight to deliver Delaware to Donald J. Trump. Madam Secretary, the great state of Delaware will proudly cast all of its 16 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Delaware, 16 votes, President Trump. Guam, 9 delegates. No, it's
Half a day.
Madam Chairman, today on Felix Macho, former governor of Guam. We send a warm holiday as to Jules Maasi from the great territory of Guam, where America's day began. Tando Imanzamoru, the home of the newest Marine Corps base, Camp Lost, and over 20,000 members of our armed forces, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Space Force, and over 23,000 veterans. Madam Chair, the great territory of Guam proudly cast all 9 of its votes for President Donald J. Trump. Please
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Guam, 9 votes, President Trump. Connecticut, 28 delegates.
Madam Secretary, my name is Ben Proto, and I have the honor of serving as chairman of the great state of Connecticut Republican Party. Connecticut, the Constitution state, the arsenal of democracy, and the home of the 2-time, soon-to-be 3-time NCAA men's basketball champion. Yes, 28 votes for the 45th president and soon-to-be 47th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Connecticut, 28 votes, President Trump. Alaska, 29 delegates.
Great state of Alaska pledges all of its 29 delegate votes to Donald J. Trump. State of Alaska, the largest state in the nation, 2.5 times the size of our fellow state, Texas,
The furthest northern state, western state, eastern state, the largest bears in the country, largest moose, biggest military, more retired veterans per capita. Once again, we pledge all of our votes, 29 delegates, to Donald Trump, the next president of the United States of America.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Alaska, 29 votes, President Trump. Oregon, 31 delegates.
Madam Secretary, Tracy Thomas, Oregon, home of Congresswoman Lori Chavez DeRemer, Congressman Cliff Vance, home of the Beavers. Oregon is also home of the deepest lake in the country and the deepest canyon in the country. We have the third most climbed mountain in the world, and we're the wind sailing capital of the world. Oregon is an outdoor lover's paradise with every geographical terrain on the planet within our border. Madam Secretary, the great state of Oregon proudly cast for 31 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Oregon, 31 votes, President Trump. Mississippi, 40 delegates.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Governor Tate Reeves, on behalf of the great state of Mississippi, the hospitality state, the birthplace of America's future, home to B.B. King, Elvis, Faulkner, and the best catfish in the entire world. Where our food is fried and our tea is sweet. Where breaking economic development and employment records daily is as common as college baseball national championship teams. A Republican stronghold and a key piece of the Red Wall. From the mighty Mississippi River to the sweet Gulf Coast and everywhere in between, I am incredibly excited, honored, and proud to cast all 40 of our votes for the next president of these great United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Mississippi, 40 votes, President Trump. Northern Mariana Islands, 9 delegates.
Happening, Gentile, Madam Secretary. I am Irene Holt, and I am the National Committee Woman and Delegation Chair of the Northern Mariana Islands. On behalf of the 9 delegates from my beautiful Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, we are so proud to cast all of our votes for our President, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Northern Mariana Islands, 9 votes, President Trump. Wyoming, 29 delegates.
Madam Chairman, I'm Wyoming Secretary of State and Wyoming Delegation Chairman Chuck Grant. The Cowboy State is the energy capital of our country. We supply coal, oil and gas, soda ash, ag products for the entire world. In Wyoming, the Cowboy State is Trump country. We've supplied the highest margin of victory for President Trump in both 2016 and 2020. And with that, Wyoming, the Cowboy State, cast all of its 29 delegates for President Donald J. Trump.
So they can get in pictures. Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention. Wyoming, 29 votes. President Trump. Maine, 20 delegates.
Hi, my name is Demi Kazunas. I'm a proud Army veteran, a dentist, a daughter of legal immigrants, mother and grandmother, and will be the next U.S. Senator from the great state of Maine. But today, as chair of the Maine delegation, the largest exporter of both black beans and blueberries, also known as vacation land. And we delivered one electoral college vote for President Trump in 16 and 20 out of all of New England. We stand here proudly with my delegation of 20 to cast all of our votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Maine, 20 votes. President Trump. Missouri, 54 delegates.
Madam Secretary, Missouri, the Show Me State, home of the four-time Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Home of the best United States Senators, Josh Hawley and Eric Schmidt. From the great northwest of the Pony Express to the Lake of the Ozarks, Bass Pro Shop, and St. Louis Arch, the mighty Missouri is casting 54 delegates for our favorite president and the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Missouri, 54 votes. President Trump.
Idaho.
Idaho, 32 delegates.
I'm Dorothy Moon, chairwoman of the Idaho Republican Party, and also the delegate sponsor. I'm excited to have all of the delegates behind us, all 32 votes, to go toward Donald J. Trump. We are the gem state. We are very rural. We have a lot of mountains and rivers, and we also love freedom and liberty. And we love a fire. And Donald Trump is a proven fire. And we want him to be our next president with our 32 delegates. We need to be with him. Fight, 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 fight.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Idaho, 32 votes. President Trump.
Illinois.
Illinois, 64 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm Congresswoman Mary Miller, and I'm proud to represent Illinois, the land of Lincoln, the first Republican president. And on behalf of parents who are horrified by Joe Biden's attack on parental rights, on behalf of farmers who are being crushed by the Biden economy, on behalf of our daughters who Biden is forcing to compete against men in sports, and on behalf of the victims of the Kamala Harris border crisis, Madam Chairwoman, Illinois proudly cast all 64 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Illinois, 64 votes. President Trump.
North Dakota.
North Dakota, 29 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm North Dakota State Auditor Josh Gallion, chair of our delegation. I'm the United States Air Force veteran. I'm here with our chairwoman, Shannon Stanford, and the rest of our delegation. North Dakota, we love our farmers. We love our energy producers. We back the blue. We are very appreciative of our military installations, Minot Air Force Base, and Grand Forks Air Force Base. We feed the world. We fuel the world. We defend the world. The great state of North Dakota proudly casts all of its 29 votes for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, North Dakota, 29 votes, President Trump.
Arizona.
Arizona, 43 delegates.
What was this guy's name?
Arizona needs the security
Wesley Hunt.
border to prevent the atrocities that are happening and fix its broken election systems. And that's why I, Shelby Bush, the delegation chair, and state chairwoman Gina Swoboda, and this entire delegation cast their 43 delegates to
Pursuant to the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Arizona, 43 votes, Trump. New Jersey, 12 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm State Senator Mike Contessa from the great state, the Garden State, the state of New Jersey, a state where President Donald J. Trump has invested heavily. And we think and we know that he can win New Jersey this year.
We think we're coming up pretty soon.
Madam Secretary, we should all be thankful right now that we are able to cast our votes
That's right.
for President Donald J. Trump after what took place on Saturday. So the state of New Jersey is extremely proud to cast
I just seen Jack and you guys proud Americans.
and soon to be 47th president of these
Seen Jack at Sandy Hook.
President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New Jersey, 12 votes, President Trump.
Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands, 4 delegates.
Madam Secretary, as Chairman of the United States Virgin Islands, the land of welcoming people, beautiful beaches, tremendous culture, and the best rum in the world, proudly cast 64 delegates for President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures, the U.S. Virgin Islands, 4 votes, President Trump.
It's us. We're up.
North Carolina. North Carolina, 74 delegates.
Madam Secretary. Next governor. North Carolina is the home of the longleaf pine, and North Carolina is indeed. Woo! Always will be first in flight. Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the state of North Carolina, I am directed to the state to cast 62 votes for America's brave heart and the next president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, for president.
North Carolina, 62 votes, President Trump, 12 votes to be cast pursuant to the rules and procedures of this convention. I got it. What? Arkansas, 40 delegates.
Madam Secretary. The land of opportunity, home of the 37th governor, Earl Huckabee Sanders. Also home of the National Federation of Republican Women, Julie Harris, Johnny Cash, Al Green, and the Little Rock Nine Civil Rights Movement. We cast on 40 votes to continue to fight, save America with Donald J. Trump. Our votes for Donald J. Trump. He be free!
Arkansas, 40 votes, President Trump. Virginia, 48 delegates.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the great Commonwealth of Virginia, named last week by CNBC as America's top place to do business. Home to 850,000 of the greatest Americans are military and veteran heroes. Home to Washington, Madison, Monroe, the first governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, the voice of liberty, Patrick Henry, and home to Thomas Jefferson, who penned the most immortal words that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they're endowed by their Creator with certain unnatural rights, and among them are life, liberty, as governor of Virginia, along with our great chairman of the Republican Party of Virginia, Rich Anderson, we cast our delegate votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and his vice president, J.D. Vance.
Virginia, 42 votes, President Trump, 6 votes to be cast pursuant to the rules and procedures of the convention. Michigan, 55 delegates.
Madam Chairman, Chairwoman, I rise from the great state of Michigan, where the Republican Party was founded under the oath on July 6, 1854. Home of the gas-powered automobile, Flint, Vehicle City, Lowtown, Michigan State University Spartans. The 2023 football national champions, Michigan Wolverines. USA, the Great Lakes State, and sadly the worst governor in America. We welcome you to the Midwest.
Home of the worst. We're home of the worst governor.
And we're going to tear down that wall. Our 47th president, Donald J. Trump.
Michigan, 51 votes, President Trump. 4 votes to be cast pursuant to the rules and procedures of the convention. Minnesota, 39 delegates.
Secretary, great state of Minnesota, battleground state of Minnesota, which will elect a Republican for president for the first time since 1972 this year. Minnesota, first state to fight to preserve our nation in 1861. Today, to preserve our nation again, we, Minnesotans, proudly pledge all 39 of our delegate votes for our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Minnesota, 39 votes, President Trump. Colorado, 37 delegates.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the Colorado Republican Party and the great state of Colorado, the Centennial State, home of the U.S. Air Force Academy and Space Command, along with the best Rocky Mountain peaks and powder skiing in the world, I have the honor of announcing that our delegation, with unity and purpose, while responding to our president's call to fight, 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 unanimously votes for the 45th and soon-to-be 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and rules and procedures of this convention, Colorado, 37 votes. President Trump. Rhode Island, 19 delegates.
Madam Secretary, Ocean State, for almost 90 years of Democratic control, has led to the industrial vandalism revolution. Wind turbines in our ocean are killing our fishing industry and marine life, which has led to all pain and no gain. We were the first state to declare independence from Britain and the last state to ratify the Constitution because we believe in states' rights. We are home to the independent man who wonders what happened to that independence, the freedom of religion, or spirit that Roger Williams brought into Rhode Island. Let's bring back the spirit and soul of America with patriotism and intelligence rather than blind ambition and power. Madam Secretary, the great state of Rhode Island proudly casts all 19 votes for Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Rhode Island, 19 votes. President Trump. Pennsylvania, 67 delegates.
Madam Secretary, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and its phenomenal delegation behind us, birthplace of our nation and Constitution, and independence will proudly carry all the 67 votes for the greatest man in America, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Pennsylvania, 67 votes. President Trump. South Dakota, 29 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm Larry Williams, Lieutenant Governor of the great state of South Dakota. I'm proud to speak on behalf of myself and Governor Noll and our delegation. We represent the freest state in a nation built on the principles of freedom. On behalf of South Dakota, I wanted to say one thing. President Trump helped bring up fireworks back to our Mount Rushmore. Monument honors four of our greatest presidents. I believe there's room in more. Help the South Dakota's 29 delegates. I proud to ask all our delegates, President Donald J. Trump.
South Dakota, 28 votes. President Trump. New Mexico, 22 delegates.
It's time to Jim down the national meeting in Mexico. Join the national meeting moments for New Mexico. Delegate New Mexico. New Mexico is known as the land of enchantment. We remember well our citizens first and jobs that were always available. Madam Secretary, we remember when the courts in our country were known for their order were secure.
Was it at the?
Madam Secretary, we also remember who was responsible for that and who worked hard for America. That's time today. New Mexico has all 22 votes for the next president of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, New Mexico, 22 votes. President Trump. Montana, 31 delegates.
She must be done.
Montana is a big sky country, abundant with God's blessings. Montana is the most patriotic state in the USA.
I would like to have seen Montana.
Sanctuary city free.
I'd like to have seen Montana. Was the line Sam Neill said in the Hunt for Red October when he was shot in the submarine. I would love seeing Montana.
Politics and reinvigorated our spirit as a nation. He delivered on his
What's going on over here?
record job growth, historic tax cuts, securing our border, and protecting our Second Amendment. It is our honor to cast 31 votes for our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announced delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Montana, 31 votes, President Trump. South Carolina, 50 delegates.
Madam Secretary, I'm Henry McMaster, proud happy daughter of the state of South Carolina. Great state of South Carolina, Carolina state, from the mountains to the sea,
Over here.
where we've been fighting for liberty since 1607 when the Revolutionary War was won, where in 2016,
An hour and 51 minutes.
with his first primary victory ever, ushering in the Trump era of American history. The great state of South Carolina proud has all of its own President Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, South Carolina, 50 votes, President Trump. Vermont, 17 delegates.
Vermont.
Madam Secretary, thank you.
Alabama pronunciation.
I'm proud Vermonter, one delegate, and a veteran. I'm also the Vermont Republican Party nominee for the United States Senate. I'm going to retire Bernie Sanders. Green Mountain State is a humble place to live. Long history of leadership and innovation for the United States. Ethan Allen, John Deere, President Calhoun. Our motto is freedom and unity. Unfortunately, right now, we're in a problem with unity and division in the United States. There's one man that's going to 47th president. Proudly cast all of its votes Donald J. Trump.
Pursuant to the announcement of the delegation and the rules and procedures of this convention, Vermont, 17 votes, President Trump. District of Columbia, 19 delegates.
Madam Secretary, on behalf of the District of Columbia, I am directed by
They're not as
it's 19 votes for president in accordance with the rules.
District of Columbia, 19 votes for their task. Rules and procedures of the convention. 19 delegates.
That's right.
I know I'm telling you. Let's move this.
Ladies and
Right. The chair is prepared to announce the results. The following candidate received the following votes. 2,387 votes for President Donald J. Trump. Let's make it official. Accordingly, the chair announces that President Donald J. Trump has received a majority of the votes entitled to be cast in the convention. has been selected as the Republican Party nominee for President of the United States. The chair is pleased to appoint the following to serve as the escort committee for President Donald J. Trump: Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr., Tiffany Trump, Ivanka Trump, and Barry Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General. And there goes the telephone.
Barely.
Remember, somebody said, it's gonna be somehow the guy, and I Mark Robinson.
going on here? Linda! What's going on over there?
You're saying we're waiting on JD Vance. What's that? Oh. You be careful that the seat doesn't fold.
Why hold it on?
Sorry, how are you?
I might stand up on my chair too. We're waiting on JD Vance. Fold your seat up to get more room.
They want everybody to
They want everybody to hold signs. So Leah, we're live on Citizen Media News. How you feeling?
Great.
How do you how do you feel about who's coming out now?
I think it's a great move. I think it makes sense. I think it's going to help us carry not only Ohio again, but Michigan and Pennsylvania. Somebody young and somebody in the Senate. So it's going to be good. There you go.
Thank you.
You know, when you think about it, he ran just recently, so the media markets in Western Pennsylvania and Southern Michigan know who it is. So it makes sense. Now,
Sandy Smith. I'm up on the third deck. Oh, those are the balloons. It's going to be the most balloons ever dropped. Hey, Roger Farina. So tell us what's going on down on the floor. Hey, Roger Farina. Sandy Smith. Looks like Roger's down on the floor.
Hi, Sandy Smith. Can't really hear you. It's very loud here. Can you hear me?
I can
Give me a
barely
thumbs
hear
up if you
you.
can hear me.
It's very loud here as well. I'm actually in the Federation of Republican Women's little area, which has been very nice. And we are waiting for some big things to happen in the next short little bit. We've had another delegation come over and say everyone needs to get towards their seats because big things are happening. I know the big breaking news is J.D. Vance being named as President Trump's VP pick. I have to tell you, I'm extremely excited. He was my pick, and we're excited. And I can tell you that energy is radiating from the floor of the convention to the very top. You can feel it. The energy is just off the hook. Well, Roger, I think I'm gonna check out for a few minutes, and we'll check back with you, or I'll jump back on in just a little bit.
I must not be broadcast. That is. Fine. But we're running out of power. The dollar $25. Oh. I already went through one battle. And I was my favorite about my side. It's my mom that's always right. You got to control.
Just have it. When I get behind that steering wheel. Such a power. Like the fools to be.
Spence, Roger, are you still with us on the floor?
Hi.
What's going on down there? We see a bunch of people standing up like they're waiting for somebody to come in. What's going on down there?
We're supposedly waiting for JP Vance to come out.
Awesome.
He's going to be JP Vance.
I got to tell you that even the entertainment has been good. We've had this band that's been playing all afternoon. Probably seen under it. They've been really good. Met some folks from Texas. Just talked to a representative from Montana just a few minutes ago. I'm telling you, this is the place to be if you are a patriot, if you're a Republican. Man, this is the event to come to. And the way hey, a lot of people don't know how you actually get to become a delegate and how you get to come to the RNC convention every 4 years. You've got to get active with your party. You've got to go to your meetings and sign up, work the polls, go to your conventions, and run for a delegate. Everyone on the floor, all the delegates were elected by their peers back home, and as well as the alternates that are on our floor. That's a huge honor. I was actually a delegate in 2020. Unfortunately, our governor shut the state down, so we didn't actually get to have a huge convention like we're having here in Milwaukee. But this is basically taking the cake for not getting to have one in 2020. So it's awesome. See everybody from the different states with the different themes. We've got the Texas delegation. Every single one of them is wearing a cowboy hat. It's fantastic. Montana is wearing their hats. As a matter of fact, they were talking about how hot it was because they had to wear these felt hats, and it's very, very hot. But I do have to say they look very good. And of course, our fantastic delegation in North Carolina, we had Seersucker Day today. That's why we're all wearing very similar printed dresses and suits. Roger, give us some stuff. What's going on down there? Oh, there's the band. That was fantastic. So I can't flip my camera. I wish I could.
Can you hear it now?
So that's where my view is. I'm right center stage. Now flip it again. So Roger, I thought it was fantastic when we had Florida, their roll call, and the Trump children were there. We had Laura Trump, we had Eric Trump, we had Don Jr., we had Tiffany on the floor here at the RNC, and they cast their ballots, their votes, their delegate votes for their dad, Donald J. Trump. It was great. Someone I think is about to come out. If everybody has their cameras ready, they're waiting. I'm actually on the third level, so I'm not hearing who's actually coming out, but I hear it's somebody big. Well, if you are tuning in to Citizen Media News and you are watching live from the 2024 RNC, we're so excited to have you. There is so much stuff going on that it's very hard to hear, so we apologize if we end up talking over each other, but thank you for listening and watching us live. Make sure you follow Citizen Media News. That's one citizen. No S on it. Citizen Media News. And we're on the different social platforms. Go ahead and click on us. And if you want to follow me, Sandy Smith MC, I would love to have you follow. I'll keep you up to date on what's going on here in the RNC. Hey, Roger, I'm going to jump off, and I'll jump on just with you.
Hey, go back when you go back to Facebook. See if there's audio.
There's what?
Audio. What? Oh, it's hers. It's hers.
Um, well, I've had it in for about an hour and it's only down 50%. So it's 5,000. So it's medium. Yeah, I could have got one, but it was only $16. Wait, my never came. But that's a good deal. It is a good. It'll last about 5 hours. Yeah, I don't think I don't think it's gonna last quite that long, but it's doing a really good job. Look, I should have thought. Yeah. It was really close quarters.
Did you go to?
So when that chair went down, my paper went down. But shut up.
You're on Facebook too, so.
Not many people following on Facebook. Twitter's the real. Twitter's that was from earlier.
Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting for JD Vance.
They just dimmed the band lights. Katie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. It is now my honor to introduce the Attorney General of Iowa, Brenna Bird. Please join me in giving her a warm welcome.
Oh, my God.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to determine our nominee for the office of Vice President of the United States, Senator Timothy D.
Here, watching back, do our farewell. God bless the army, God bless our liberty. That's good for us, you know. Let's get out, get back on track, and let's rebuild everything. What's wrong? Well, I don't really worry. These United States, we're the ones who need it. They got much hope. Boys, it ain't no joke. I made 50 years coast to coast. Good. Why don't we these United States, we're the ones who need it. At the last of the world, help us and that's rebuild America. Highways and bridges are falling apart. I'm gonna bring them back to the coast. There's things to be learned all over the world. Let's rebuild America first. Who's on the other end, watching back? Who's in charge of it all? God bless the army and God bless our liberty. And the rest of it all. Give me one station back away. Freedom is stuck in place. Let's get out. Rebuild the why don't you learn the United States where we want to be it most? Think I'm right, cause it ain't no you.
Okay, time for a little convention business here. The chair states that in compliance with Rule 40B, the chair has been furnished with evidence that a plurality of the delegates from each of 5 or more states severally support the candidate who will be presented for the nomination for Vice President of the United States. The chair would like to remind delegates of the provisions of Rule 40A, which provide that in part, if there is only one candidate for nomination for Vice President of the United States who has demonstrated the support required by this paragraph B of this rule, a motion to nominate for such office by acclamation shall be in order, and no calling of the roll with respect to such office shall be required. At this time, the chair states that she has been furnished with evidence that there is only one candidate for nomination for the office of Vice President who has demonstrated the support of the rules of the convention. Delegates and alternates. The chair recognizes and is pleased to introduce John Husted, Lieutenant Governor of Ohio, for the purpose of nominating. Please give him a warm welcome.
Are we ready? Are we ready to nominate the Vice President? How about you, Ohio? That's awesome. I'm John Husted, the Lieutenant Governor from the great state of Ohio. It is an honor to speak to you all this afternoon to formally nominate the Republican nominee for Vice President of the United States. Ohio is the heart of it all, and that is certainly the case once again here today. The Vice Presidency is an office of sacred trust. The man who accepts this nomination accepts with it the awesome responsibility to give wise counsel to the President, to represent America abroad, to preside over the Senate, and to be ready to lead our nation at a moment's notice. Such a man must have an America First attitude in his heart. Amen. He must embrace his obligation to the American family, the American worker, and the American soldier. He must believe that America is exceptional. And be prepared in the tradition of our founding to pledge his life, his fortune, his sacred honor to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. He must share the values and principles of our presidential nominee and be trusted to faithfully implement the will of the people. J.D. Vance is such a man.
J.D. J.D.
Man who loves America and will represent our people with moral courage, strength, and honor. JD is a living embodiment of the American dream. He came from humble beginnings, and even as his life took him to places he might have never imagined, he never forgot where he came from. High values are in his blood. He served our nation in the United States Marine Corps. He is a graduate of The Ohio State University. He graduated summa cum laude from Yale Law School and is the author of the best-selling book Hillbilly Elegy. And he is a crusader for the people of the Ohio in the United States Senate. He has never forgotten the working people of our country, and he never will. He fought to bring investment to middle America as a businessman and has fought to defend them every single day in the Senate. And this I know. He will faithfully stand by President Donald Trump's side as they win this election. It will change the course of our nation to the benefit of all American citizens and truly make our country great again. It is therefore my honor to nominate Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for the office of Vice President of the United States of America.
We love you, JD.
Pursuant to Rule 48, a motion to nominate by acclamation is now in order. The chair now recognizes Delegate Bernie Moreno, Senate candidate from Ohio, for the purpose of making a motion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Bernie Moreno. I'm honored to be the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate from that great state of Ohio. I know personally that my dear friend Katie is a selfless and brilliant fighter. He is a patriot who loves America. He loves Ohio. He loves his family. He's a great father. He's a great man. And that's what we need in this nation today. The J.D. Vance America First is not just a slogan. It's his North Star. He has followed it in every moment of his life and career. He knows what it's like to live in poverty, forgotten by Washington politicians. He is dedicated to ensure that no American is ever forgotten again. Madam Chair, it is a great honor to move that J.D. Vance be nominated by acclamation by this Republican National Convention as its candidate for the office of Vice President of the United States of America.
Without objection, the previous question is ordered. The question is on the motion that Senator J.D. Vance be nominated by acclamation
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye!
All those opposed signify by saying no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted.
Ready, ready, ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce that Senator J.D. Vance has the overwhelming support of this convention to be the next Vice President of the United States. The chair is pleased to make the following appointments to the Escort Committee for Senator J.D. Vance, his vice presidential nominee. Usha Vance, thank you, and God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Speaker Johnson.
Pursuant to Rule 40D of the rules of the Republican Party, I formally declare President Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance as the Republican nominees for President and Vice President of the United States.
Bye.
Now it's time to get in.
Now. For the Republican Party. And what a great afternoon for America. It is now time to take the official convention photograph. If all of the delegates would please stand and turn to the center camera directly opposite the stage, we will take the official photograph.
Some lady standing up there with an iPhone. I see her. I wasn't here.
Thank you, delegates.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. They did it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, delegates. At this time, please welcome Leora Levy, delegate and National Committee woman from Connecticut, who will lead us in the benediction.
Let us pray. It means be quiet. Bow your head. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the life and the strength of President Donald Trump, and pray that you continue to protect his family. We pray for Corey Comparatori and his family. May his memory always be a blessing. We pray for the two patriotic Americans who were wounded and for their speedy, complete recovery. King of the universe, who knows all, sees all, please watch over us as we embark on the work for which we have gathered here today. We are here to elect President Donald J. Trump, a leader with wisdom, strength, courage, and the experience to repair what has been badly broken. Lord, please bless the leaders of our great Republican Party. Bless President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance,
RNC Chairman Michael Watley, Co-Chairman Laura Trump, the delegates, alternates, and guests gathered here today as we work to make America great again. May we remember your work in Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave nor forsake you. Our Father in heaven, bless our exceptional country, the United States of America, and all who stand vigilant to protect us, the members of our armed forces, police, and first responders. O Lord our God, we pray for the peace of Jerusalem, your eternal city, and for all the children of Abraham. We remember and pray for freedom for the hostages kidnapped and held so cruelly against their will. Lord, please keep them in your sight and hasten the day of their freedom. Lord, we have gathered here from different communities, cities, states, and territories. Let us pray together, united for our nation, the United States of America. May our prayers unite the American people to work together for the betterment of our nation and of the entire world. May America be a light unto the nations and an emissary of clarity and leadership for the world. Grant peace, goodness, blessing, grace, loving kindness, and mercy to us. Bless us, our Father, all of us as one, with the light of your face.
All his children say, amen.
This evening session will reconvene at approximately 5:45. I will instruct delegates to please return to the hall at 5:30 p.m. Before by 5:45 p.m. I thank you for consideration. The chair declares that the 2024 Republican National Convention is in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
You don't have mine. I didn't get cards in time, and now my old cards are out of date. You know?
They said they're dismissing till for like an hour. What time are they reconvening?
5:45.
5:45. Yeah, and then it's just like speeches. Good job, guys. Impressive. It's very complicated. I'm not going to anybody with the RNC. All the way to the yeah. Okay. So I thought.
Brandon Merrill, chairman of the secondary school. There you go. That was so cool. What was that? That was so cool. Oh yeah. That was so close to him too.
I have no idea. Just sit down. Yes.
Hello, how are you? Oh. Thank you. He's all right. He's not really. He's got a nurse today, physical therapy. Thank you. My brother, yeah, I mean, I could be.
You don't want to You don't want to delegate, right?
Hey. Oh.
And I saw him.
Hey, would you take a picture of me with Harmeet?
Of course. I'll see you in a little while.
May I take a second?
Hi, how are you? Hi, sure,
Hey,
absolutely.
you did a great job at the Republican.
No, with your phone. I'm
My
live.
phone is dead.
Just a picture.
My phone is dead.
Oh,
No more. I'm at 13%.
okay.
Sorry. Anyway, thank you.
I'm on live right now. I don't want to.
For helping us when we were trying to pass, because I'm the one who stood up because
You guys told me what you want to set up.
all the resolutions that, I mean, I'm saying, what, and she called me at home, and she said, no, I'm not going to allow you to put this in the convention catalog. And so when someone asked her a question, I stood up and made a point of order, and I just went, and everybody realized she actually had been. Good.
Michelle. 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 Here. Take a picture. Do you know Michelle?
I think we do. Yeah, Michelle Woodhouse. It is so wonderful to meet you in person. Get a picture
Yeah, with your phone.
with my phone. Okay. All right.
I've been on live for 3 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's hit it, Slim.
Can I ask you a question on my live? How do you feel about what happened today?
I think JD Vance is incredible. He was my top pick for VP, so I'm thrilled. And in light of what happened on Saturday with the shooting, I think it's really important that we have a ticket that's fully aligned and
Yeah.
that there's no sunlight. And so JD Vance has such an incredible story, an American success story.
It's exciting. He's a Marine.
He's a Marine, he's an entrepreneur, he's a person who left his billion-dollar opportunities to serve his country. He's got a servant's heart, and that's what we need right now in our country, just like Donald Trump.
Right. During the whole process in the convention, who have you been starstruck and who have you met that you may have never met before that you were excited about? I'm excited to meet you.
Well, that's very sweet. I've kind of been around for a long time.
I know.
So I saw
Hard
Carrie
to-
Lake earlier today. I mean, I'm impressed by all of our leaders in America. People here in this room, we're all patriots. We're all united in support of President Trump.
What's next for you?
Just happy to be here. Well, I'm giving a prayer this evening, benediction. And I'm one of the lawyers for the campaign, and I talk to President Trump from time to time. We're always coming up with legal theories, and I'm really thrilled for President Trump's victory in the documents case today. And
It was awesome.
for the lawyers, that's always just one more thing to think about what we do next. What's our next move? So,
What about voter integrity? How are we moving on that?
Michael Watley is great on that issue. I fully support Michael. He's got a good plan to recruit the lawyers we need. I'm proud that California, which has been doing early voting, vote curing, ballot chasing, and curing for decades, is able to show other states how to do it. So we're proud to be able to do that.
What's your social media?
I'm at PNJAVAN. That's on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
And X, I should say. And very prolific X poster, not so much on Instagram.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Have a great convention.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Harmeet.
Miss Harmony. Man. Oh, thank you.
Forgiato, bro. How you doing? Hi, brother. So, hey, Last time I saw you was CPAC or something, I guess. I don't know where we were. How you feeling? We're back on Citizen Media News.
Feeling great.
Yeah. So far, what's been your most exciting thing about convention?
Well, I think it's cool. We got to hear JD Vance going to be the vice president. I heard Trump's actually in the building.
Yeah. No,
I got a new song called Trump Trump Baby that is Billboard at #8 featuring Amber Rose.
Yeah.
She's speaking tonight, so that's pretty cool. But you know.
Where were you on Saturday?
I had a show, Vietnamese for Trump in Mar-a-Lago. I usually did every rally though. I wasn't at that rally.
Yeah.
And I used to sit right there in the front row too. So I mean, it ain't gonna stop me from going to no rallies.
Social media. What's your social media? How do you find it?
Giotto Blow, 47 on Twitter. I'm banned from everywhere else. You just got to find them. I got them though. I got Trump Latinos 24, Donald's nephew 47. I got a bunch of different pages. If you know me, you know where I mean.
Giotto, thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Have a great convention.
Yeah.
It's on that half.
I think that's
We go up there and it's right around here.
needing to calm down the language, calm down the language. What do you say to that? If there's more thoughts, as you've said, it could be inflammatory about what happened on Saturday night.
Well, look, the Biden administration, just last week, Joe Biden was heard on a donor call saying he wants to put President Trump in a bullseye.
That's a metaphor, right?
I don't think it's a metaphor. I think it's a direct incitement to violence. And when
You think he wanted Trump killed?
Yes, I do. I do. And I think that
Joe Biden wanted Trump killed, and he was telling donors that in a phone call.
well, when you say things and you're the president of the United States of America and you say put Trump in a bullseye, you clearly understand that a bullseye is symbolic of being in the scope of a firearm. So whether he meant it or not, he needs to be more responsible. Let me just finish. His entire administration has been carrying out witch hunts and weaponizing our Department of Justice against President Trump. And I think that even Judge Eileen Cannon today recognized that, because I don't believe that it's a coincidence that right after attempted assassination, she dismisses the ridiculous Jack Smith indictment, saying that he is the one who's actually unqualified to be a special counsel. You've seen the J6 witch hunts. You've seen the way that they called President Trump Hitler. The Washington Post, Victoria Nuland at the State Department, her husband literally, penned an article in the Washington Post in which they had a side-by-side photo of President Trump's face with Julius Caesar. We all know that Julius Caesar was assassinated. You don't have to go out there and explicitly call for somebody to murder Donald Trump in order for people to read between the lines.
When Donald Trump raised his fist and said, fight, 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 was that inflammatory?
He was fighting for his life. He was dripping with blood. He was half an inch away from having a bullet in his brain.
Who was he telling to fight then?
He was telling the American people to fight back against political violence and fight back against these actual threats on democracy, not these made-up threats like Donald Trump. They say that Donald Trump's a threat to democracy. What's a threat to democracy is showing up to a Trump rally, climbing a ladder, and opening fire, murdering innocent people, and trying to murder the President of the United States.
No one disagrees with that. No one disagrees with that.
So,
But what makes it different when he calls to fight?
Because there's a big difference between fighting for your life and telling people to fight for their country and fight against violence and saying that Donald Trump deserves to be in a bullseye. We all should be fighting. We're in the fight of our lives right now.
Why?
Where are you from?
I'm not 31.
Okay. What about in Florida?
Vero Beach.
Where?
Vero Beach.
Let's go.
VERO.
Hey, great to meet you.
Yeah, you've seen the video I'm talking about, right?
What was wrong?
The one where they're running before the shots were fired.
Yeah.
Which should have really much money.
Too anxious about that.
I really want to see the video. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to assume anything. But, I say it's an inside job because when you have people running away a minute and a half before the shots were fired, clearly people knew about it. And when we see the videos of people screaming, there's a man on the roof with a rifle and the police are just standing there. How can you say it's not an inside job when they're going to take the guy out? I don't want to assume that you've seen it, but it's a conspiracy. People need to see these clips, and I haven't seen the media show any of these. Even Fox News, they're just showing the ones where it's direct.
I mean, it's possible, I guess, that they were fleeing because they'd seen the guy on the roof, even though the FBI.
And he.
Well, they were shouting, there's a man on the roof with a rifle. Here, let me pull it up. Here,
I
look.
don't see it right now.
So see that? It's 42 seconds. This clip is actually filmed. It's a longer clip, of 2 minutes long. See? You see people turning around to film? People leaving the rally.
Yes, they're perfect.
Yeah, everyone's running. Shots have not been fired.
So why do you think that makes it an inside job rather than just like terrible?
Because they did a parameter search prior. And the owner of the building, the company that owns the building, even confirmed to the media that the Secret Service was there to examine the building because they identified it as a high-risk location. So if it's identified as a high-risk location that should have been secured, how is this guy able to get his ladder and a rifle up? Somebody must have allowed him to get up there. And that's the owner of the company spoke out and said that the Secret Service, there's photos of it. There's photos of Secret Service on property doing a scan of the perimeter, and they need to ask them if that was declared a high-risk location. How did somebody get a ladder and a rifle up there, and why did the police wait over 2 minutes to take this guy out? Just wanted to share it. Conspiracy theorists.
I understand.
What are you guys with?
From within the large show the UK. Hi, Laura. How do you describe yourself? I see people describe yourself. How do you describe yourself?
Well, I'm ultra MAGA.
Ultra MAGA.
Ultra pro-Trump. Look, I'm an American. I'm a registered Republican. I'm a conservative. I support nationalism, but I support a greater America for all Americans. And I'm just here to support President Trump. I don't like either political party. I am a registered Republican, but I just describe myself as a a proud American who's concerned about my country and a Trump loyalist. So, for me, my loyalty to President Trump is greater than having a loyalty to the Republican Party, because not only is Donald Trump the leader of the Republican Party, but he's the only hope our country and the world has, in my opinion.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing us. Good luck. Yeah. How's the convention going for you?
It's going great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been your most fun part so far?
Just seeing everybody, what was actually fun for me was standing in front of the Florida sign as a Florida voter when they announced the delegates for Trump, and then Florida put Trump over the top.
Are you back on social media?
Only on Twitter.
Only on
Down
Twitter?
everywhere else, yeah.
What's next for Laura? You running for office again?
No.
No.
No, I have no desire. I just want to help get Trump back in office.
Gotcha.
No desire to run for office again.
Gotcha. Have a good convention, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, I'll send this to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to ask what your take is on Trump's speech for Vice President J.D. Vance.
Well, as I said before, I think it's symbolic of President Trump's claims today and his new messaging about unifying the country. You have somebody, J.D. Vance, who is one of the most outspoken pro-Trump members of the United States Senate. But we can't ignore his past comments and the fact that he was arguably one of the biggest Trump haters. But I think that we should be embracing this. And we should be showing the nation you can have somebody like a J.D. Vance, who was a Trump hater, who called Trump Hitler, who said he was an asshole, who said he was reprehensible, who called him cultural heroin, who has now had a political transformation over the last 8 years and is now one of the biggest Trump defenders in the United States Senate. And I think that provides a message of hope for all of the other Americans in our country who have been brainwashed by anti-Trump propaganda and so much anti-Trump hate, to the point where somebody actually climbed a roof and tried to assassinate Donald Trump by putting a bullet in his head. I think that that's a message that can unify even, the most vile Trump haters in our country and bring them to the side of MAGA, so that we can all unite and join forces and make America great again. So I fully support J.D. Vance as the vice presidential pick, and I don't think that he's ever going to be able to erase his past comments, but I think we all need to move forward, and we all need to work to support President Trump and the America First agenda, and hopefully he can use his experiences as a former Trump hater to recruit other, former Trump haters who have now seen the light, so we can get Trump back in office.
What do you think this means for abortion rights in America?
Well, look, as President Trump said, it's now back to the states. So I think that the media needs to stop pontificating and lying to the American people about Donald Trump supporting an abortion ban. He does not support a national abortion ban. And the whole point about Roe v. Wade being overturned is that it returns the abortion legislation back to the states. And so even if he were to hypothetically, say one day and wake up that he wanted a national abortion ban, it's been overturned. He couldn't do it. So I think that the media needs to focus on more responsible journalism, because it's that same type of, those feverish lies and the frenzy that they get people worked up into by lying about President Trump, lying about his record, lying about his plans for his second administration, that inspired somebody to take a rifle up on that roof and almost put a bullet in his head.
Just for the camera, could you state your name and who you are?
Yeah, my name's Laura Loomer, Laura, and I'm a journalist myself.
She's a warrior, a
but
patriot.
No, I know who you are. It's just for it's for our
Yeah.
viewers in Belgium. who might not know who you
Great.
are.
Okay, wonderful. So
I got a question.
You can follow me on X at Laura Loomer.
I got a question. The last reporter, right? She made a comment that fight was inflammatory, but Biden's comments about putting Trump in the bullseye was just, was.
Yeah, look, the media's crazy, so you can't take anything they say seriously.
Take care. Bye, Laura.
Bye.
Interim chair.
Style. Nobody can duplicate that.
And Earl, I'm sure you were just angry about some of the things that may have led to it.
She is awesome.
I know her. Just for the audience.
All right, here you go. Hold on. I had to go to the hotel.
On top, I was like, oh, go. They're gonna get him.
That's me.
Thank you very much.
I know.
How are you?
Say hi.
Sure.
You're definitely not going to remember me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was Marcus Simpson.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Well, folks,
Chris is a nice guy, and looks like he gives a nice family.
I think that's it until later tonight. I'm about out of power.
And so
Going live sucks the power right out of you.
but I don't know if I did the feature. I don't know.
How
Hello.
are you feeling today?
Good. How was convention for you?
It's good so far.
Yeah.
Facebook loving it.
Yep. Been on for like over 3 hours. Here.
You gave me a couple last night.
I did?
I'll take one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Nice.
I think one of them will get.
Pandemonium here on the floor because it was the official nomination.
Well, folks, I think that's it for me. For now, we will talk to you later. I'm going to end this. Citizen Media News on the floor at the RNC Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Take care.